Oh, this guy.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man? What's your name?
Fabian.
Nice to meet you, Fabian.
What's your name?
Cros.
Cros.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hey,
What's
Daisy.
going on?
What's going on? What are you guys up to this morning? You moving?
Moving, and did Billy talk to you about what happened yesterday?
He just mentioned it, but didn't tell me
Did
much.
he tell you he attacked me?
He did mention that, but that's all he mentioned.
What's up, Billy?
Yeah. What happened to the other guy?
You beat him up, and then he had a panic attack.
I want to beat him up again.
Well, why would you want to hurt him?
I was pissed.
Billy, you're only hitting people because people hit you. Your auntie told me that she doesn't abuse you kids, and then she told me she slapped the sister in the face. So I know that you get hit. That doesn't make it okay for you to hit. You're one of the chain breakers. You're one of the superheroes. You don't use violence because you're too smart for that. You're good at making friends, Billy. You're amicable. People love you. People fall in love with you and care about you, and you're not going to win people over with violence. You're going to scare people. You're strong.
Well, the problem is I've been doing too nice to people, and people have been taking advantage.
What happened to your face? Did you get beat up? Did you get hit?
No, when I got myself fight with him,
You tried to hit me.
I was grabbing and pushing. If I was trying to hit you, you would have already been on the floor by it. You already know you don't know how to fight.
I would never fight you, Billy. Can I give you a hug? You wanna know what I kept thinking? When people are violent, it's because they want to be loved even at their worst. I love you even when you're violent. Even when you're violent, you're still lovable. And you make sense.
That was the third fight I've gotten into over the past couple of days.
You've been getting in fights because you have been hit and because people have humiliated, degraded, violated, invaded you, and that's why. And you need people who are going to love you and empower you even when you're violent so that you can heal that, because that's not you. You're the chain breaker. That is some ancient stuff that was put into us. Ancient violence, ancient domination techniques to control and disempower each other. But instead, we want to have healthy interdependent relationships. This is a disorganized attachment style. That means that anyone that you care about, you're going to attack them and push them away, but you're doing it because you want to test them to see that their love is powerful, that you're going to belong no matter what. You know, Billy, you scared me, but that wasn't what was so awful about it. You really hurt my feelings because I really care about you a lot, and I never thought that violence would come out towards me, but I don't believe that there's something wrong with someone when that happens. I believe it's because that was put in there, and it was put in there so it can be loved up and reintegrated. Because whatever happened to you, that doesn't go away. That just makes you more powerful. It becomes a part of your origin story. But you get to choose your story now. You're not violent. You're the king of consent.
I used to do that
the
too,
most popular guy on the beach.
And we
People
do
love
him still.
you. People will buy you food. People will let you into their home. That is very rare. And you're a beautiful person outside and a beautiful person inside.
Hell yeah.
And this whole like punching, fighting, all that is a call to love. Is that true or not?
Here's the thing. I beat a grown man to the floor yesterday. Think I wanted to do that shit?
Yeah, I do. Because it was done to you. So I think that you wanted to feel empowered. Because others who were bigger than you probably and in a position of authority and supposed to love you and build trust with you, they broke that trust.
That was the third fight I've gone into over the past couple of days. One of them happened right over there, and you already know what happened in the Rose parking lot.
Billy, all I know is when I saw your eyes when you were attacking me, it was not like you wanted to hurt me. It was that you were in pain. And because you needed someone to love you and I wasn't able to love you.
So why did you say you weren't supposed to be there yesterday? What was that about?
Lily specifically told me do not bring anyone to her place.
But you said you weren't supposed to be there.
No, I'm
You
not.
didn't say
I
the
said
reason
I'm
why.
not supposed to
That
be
was
there.
lying to me.
I'm not supposed to be there with all these other people. Lily specifically told me she needed like harmony and that it felt disharmonious because there were so many people that I was bringing in and out. And she specifically told me no. And I had asked her already if I could go by with someone, and she said only you, no one else. So the fact that I brought you guys there, you were not supposed to be there, and that's why I needed you to wait for me at the end of the street.
Well, then you could have just told me that at first.
You're right.
You should have just told me that at first instead of trying to. Because that felt like you were lying to me. Because you said you weren't supposed to be there. Not you said that you weren't supposed to be there. Not that you were supposed to bring other people there.
I think I understand. I think that you were upset because you felt like I was lying to you.
You were lying to me. That's the problem.
I will be the authority of what's true for me, and I don't lie. So if you misinterpreted what I said or heard a lie, then I acknowledge it. But look at my eyes so you can see I have no reason to lie. One of the things I pride myself on is I'm authentic, transparent, honest, and trustworthy. And if I break trust or if I somehow cause harm, I acknowledge it. And in this case, you're right. I could have and should have done it differently. I agree. And I'm sorry for that. I should have been more loving and caring also. After I already didn't tell you the situation, when I did tell you the situation, I didn't say it with the kind of care and kindness that I would like to. And I don't feel that I gave you the respect that you needed, and that's why you became enraged. I wonder how we could have done it differently so you wouldn't have had to attack me. I wonder if you could have just told me how you were feeling. And I wonder if you could have confronted me the way you are now, because I honestly respect you very much. Your wisdom and authenticity and directness is very admirable. And I would have responded very well if you approached me this way, asking me to respect you and consider you better than if you had attacked me, which was really scary and really hurt my feelings because I care about you. And it's not so much like if you had hurt me physically, but I just felt really sad because I consider you a friend and a tribesman, and I consider myself a maternal figure, one of the women who's mothering you in our tribe, and because of that, I'm invested to your needs being met and your care. You're lucky you attacked me, and you're lucky you attacked one of the homies, because if you attacked any of the yuppies, they would have pressed charges. But when the cops showed up, I said I don't snitch, and the homie doesn't snitch either. But I'm letting you know you would have caught a case for that, and that's not a threat, because that's not a threat. That's kind of like like it's real out here, you know?
Did the police come yesterday?
Losing your freedom is way worse than getting beat up in a fight. And it's one thing when you fight with the misfits and the homies, like we're cool. But once you start to involve the yuppies, we were in yuppie land. So in yuppie land, and all that means is they use money. We don't use money. Because we don't use money, we use community. Because they use money, they're not going to use community. Slap it, high five it, clap it. If you're a goddess, here we go now. Goddess squad, go!
So, the thing that you don't understand is that these are the streets.
I understand.
the
These are the
streets.
streets I've been out here longer than you, homeboy.
People will throw sand in your eyes and not give a fuck.
Yeah, I've had sand thrown at me. I've had someone pick up a giant piece of driftwood, and you know that game Whack-A-Mole? My yoga temple and the ribbons and my head. Whack-A-Mole. I've been chased. One time I got chased, I ran into a trash can. Like, you know, you attacking me was nothing. I was not that shaken up.
That
It
didn't
was more
have
my
the
feelings.
intention of hurting
It
you.
was more my feelings were hurt.
That I didn't have the intention of hurting you.
Yo, Billy.
There's a difference. 'cause I
Billy,
had the intention of hurting
Billy,
you.
we're not gonna
So
sit
when I
here
did it,
and flex. I happen to
not
know
flexing, it's
spin
telling you the
jitsu.
truth.
So
It's not
I know
flexing,
you
it's
think
telling you the
I know
truth.
you think you're tough, but do you want to know what's even more tough than
Let me guess what you're
muscle
about to
and
say,
strength?
love.
What?
Nothing.
What's more tough?
What?
Say it.
What?
You know.
I don't know.
I'm using it on you right now. This is more tough than violence because you will have more efficacy.
And what is it? What is
Love.
it? Got it. See what I just said?
Love.
See what I mean?
It works. Trust me, I tried the violent way. True nonviolence is not rooted in never being violent ever. True nonviolence comes from knowing that you could shred someone to pieces, knowing that you could break faces and smash skeletons and cause havoc, but you choose not to. That is true nonviolence. And the most powerful, the most elite of the ninjas, of the gangsters, once you get to that level, you don't hit. If anything, you got other people do it for you because you're above it. And I'm letting you know right now, you're above it. You're meant for greatness, Billy.
When you get other people to do it for you.
You are special. And I don't mean violent, do it for you. Yesterday, the man who stood in between you and I, that man that was standing in between us, he was not fighting back. That's true power.
Come on, let's go. Don't hurt us.
You guys want to see my new guy? So he turns 25 November 10th. So if it would just been one more day, his birthday would be 11/11. And that's him playing the guitar. He's told me he's like not ready yet to be like super duper public, which is probably why he went and walked over there.
Can
He
you
treats me really good. He's 24, so there is a almost 18-year age gap.
Wow.
His dad's a neuropsychologist, so he's pretty. Play for us.
I'm about to. I got to tune up. What's your name again, man?
Fabian.
Fabian.
And yours is
Cros.
Cros. With a C or K?
With C. How did that go?
Really well. I felt that I received acknowledgement, and I also talked to him about what we could do differently next time.
It's wonderful. That's what it should have been.
He was really direct with me, and he told me that the way that I spoke to him hurt his feelings and that I should have and could have done it other ways. And I agreed with him that I could have been more kind and caring and respectful
You could have been in the moment.
before and after.
Before he got triggered.
Yeah, I mean, he was right. I could have been more nice. And then I asked him if we could do it differently next time. Maybe he could tell me what he's feeling and needing. He doesn't have to resort to violence, and that our love is actually much more powerful.
I never heard that part.
Can you tell us about the altercation yesterday?
Yeah, I was putting my stuff away, and I was gonna like drop a couple things off at my friend Lily's and then take some stuff to All Goods, and I was trying to be like quick and quiet, not bother anyone. And Billy was making a lot of noise, so I was like, go, like, we're not supposed to be here, go wait for me down there. Because my friend Lily, like, I had been bringing a lot of people over and she just needed harmony. So I walked them to the end of the street, and it was kind of like, you guys are being noisy, like, come on. So I walked them to the end of the street, and then I go back to Lily's, and I'm kind of like moving my stuff, and I look in my peripheral, and Billy is charging at me. and he jumps on me and was like pulling my hair. I thought he was trying to punch me. He says he didn't try to hit me, but I was like spinning, like I call it spin jitsu. So I started spinning, and then he got off me, and I ran and I yelled for help, and one of the homies was there, and he got in between us and proceeded to be a human punching bag for 20 minutes. And like 10 neighbors came out and had to peel Billy off of this man, who then had proceeded to have a major panic attack. It was really awful and sad.
And the police came?
Not just the police, the safety team. It was like 20 deep. So it was like a whole bunch of safety team and a whole bunch of cops, and then there was like all the neighbors. So it was like tons of people, and no one pressed charges. I mean, I left the scene, and basically I said, I don't snitch. And the cops know I don't snitch. They know I'm not going to press charges. And then the other person is a misfit like me, one of the homies. So he probably followed my lead and said I don't snitch. You don't snitch out here. So.
And did Lily hear about what happened?
Lily was extremely upset. Lily was one of the neighbors who came out. And my business partner, Bodhi. Hey, what's up, superhero? And Goddess Bodhi, my business partner, came. And it was like a huge to-do. Everyone was really upset. All I could think was like I was gonna take Billy to, because you know how I like set him up so he had somewhere to go for dinner and a bath. And then this attack happened, and it was almost like he was like sabotaging something good that he had. And just because of my own addiction and my own past trauma, I used to do stuff like that. Like if I had something good, I was in the Miss DC USA pageant. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, so I was almost Miss DC USA. I could have been Miss USA. But whenever I would have something like that, something important, including like when I would have like modeling gigs at Playboy Mansion and stuff, like I would like do an all-nighter the night before. Like something to sabotage whatever I was going to do the next day, if it was something good for me. So that was the only thing I could think of, and I just kept thinking about Billy's eyes. Did you see his face was all messed up? And yeah, it was pretty sad, like having a 14-year-old child attack me and be really super enraged, and then keep coming at me, like over and over again. Like it went on for like a good 20, 30 minutes. And that's how long, and then it was like 20 minutes before anyone even called the cops.
Was he hitting you or?
Yeah, he was trying to hit me. He said he didn't try to hit me. I was like, if you spin, if someone punches you and you're spinning, even if they punch you, it doesn't really get you. So spin jitsu. And usually like when this old guy was attacking me, like it's like this 6'5" elderly man, he kept trying to punch me. So with him, like spin jitsu wouldn't, like it would work, but I needed to, because he has such a big reach, so then you just go like that. But Billy was like literally on me, like pulling my hair, so I couldn't do any of that. I had to spin. And then the other guy didn't do spin jitsu, didn't duck. He was just like doing defensive moves, and Billy would just beat him up.
Why didn't you try a love tornado?
I was busy calling for help. I like left the scene because Billy, anytime I went close to Billy, he would attack me. So I left because he was enraged at me, not this other guy. You hear him singing?
Yeah. How did you meet Cros?
So I decided that I only go after guys who pursue me really hard. And he was one of the guys who was pursuing me really hard. And all of the men who were pursuing me were like in their early 20s, not only him. Like, I'm not trying to date younger guys. That's not even my thing. I just will date whoever's interested in me. Like, I don't pay attention to age. But he's really, really good at skateboarding. Like, he skates in here. You should film him. He's one of like the really good ones. And you know, like the skaters who like will jump over shit and land on their board and flip the board and do stuff in the bowls. So he's a really good skater. And he just started like sleeping outside my temple. And I thought he was homeless. So I was like, oh, cool, you could be part of the God Squad. And I found out he has an apartment in Santa Monica, and he has a car and like a job, and he's actually a yuppie.
Do you stay in his apartment with him?
I've only stayed there once. He stays at the beach with me.
And all good is packing up now?
Yeah, Cros and I actually were just hanging out with All Good, and they're friends, and we're all going to my girl Deanna, who I have to show you this video of her. She's a famous dancer, and she's on the TV show The Playground, and it was so cute.
Is there copyright music? I better not.
We'll just do it really quick. And then there's this one.
What Hillary Duff meant.
Who's that? A friend of yours?
It's my girlfriend who, she's giving me dance classes. So the way I met her, she's a really good dancer. So the way I met her, when people have a missing person, they'll come to Venice and they'll find me. And I solved a missing person like the same weekend I met her with a 49-year-old woman and her friends, like early 20s. And Deanna came and found me, and we're looking for her friend. And all of a sudden I like caught myself looking at her, and I felt this sadness and this deep longing come over me. And the deep longing was like, I really want to be her friend, and I feel sad because it'll probably never happen. And right as I was thinking that, she came over to me and she goes, I really want to be your friend. So I'm going to go to her dance class tonight, and she's teaching me how to dance. So that'll be really super fun. So my trash can dancing is about to get an upgrade. And Deanna's actually coming to the beach tomorrow to hang out with me and be a superhero. So we're going to have a goddess squad. And the goddesses are coming. Deanna's one of them. And basically, all the goddesses are going to turbo Care Bear stare and biodiversify and liberate us. We're going to drop a love atomic bomb. I already got charged with a felony bomb threat. It's not that kind of bomb. It's a good one. And yeah, that'll be tomorrow. So you should come and interview Deanna and I. Here's Kane. He's in the God Squad. He also sleeps outside my temple. But isn't that cute? So he was like sleeping outside my temple like a homeless person just to get close. Get that! What's up, Kane?
What's up, love? It's my birthday today.
Thanks for... Happy birthday.
Happy
Are you
birthday.
Scorpio or
Scorpio.
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 That's what's
Yeah.
up.
I'm Scorpio too.
Are you?
So Kane holds it down. He stays outside the temple, and the one night he wasn't there was when we got attacked. Remember?
I feel still bad about that.
He got arrested that night. They
I
did him
for
dirty.
45 minutes. I got arrested.
Oh, they did a timeout then.
Yeah.
They did a
Well, they
timeout.
did. My lawyer came and told him to get the fuck up, get the cuffs off of him, and that's why I was 45 minutes.
So let's talk to Cros. Do you do originals also? Can we hear one? Are you from this area?
No. I gotta practice a little bit.
Okay.
He's a little shy. He's super sweet. This guy was videotaping me when he and I went into the ocean, and he had his shirt off, so I took my shirt off too. And this guy started videotaping me, so he went over and like hit the hand out, like hit the phone out of his hand, and was like, "You better respect." But he's like really loving, and he kind of sounds like I do when he talks, because his dad's a neuropsychologist and wrote a book on relationships.
And are you guys kind of exclusive, or he's your primary? Very nice.
Thank you.
You wrote that?
Yep.
What's it called?
Hewitt.
Very nice.
Thank you.
I got an update about, so I do have a kind of a little bit of an update about Billy. So Billy's actually in a really good position and is holding all of the cards. So his aunt and uncle said that the social worker told them they can't force him to do anything. Billy's gonna do what he wants.
And the police can't force him?
Nope. Police don't want to keep chasing him. It's not gonna work. He's just gonna run away. They've seen him a bunch and they're just like, so the update is Billy's holding all the cards. So the social worker texted me and I said, you want to see it?
Sure. You can read it to us.
Yeah, the social worker. This is it. Look, I said, he says he told his lawyer what he wants already and is waiting to hear back. He wants emancipation only. He wants his own home only. An appointed guardian is okay per his approval. Those are his terms, and he already told his lawyer. I mean, Billy's holding all the cards. So then the social worker says, well, his lawyer asked me to try and speak with him. His age possesses an issue based on what he wants. If he doesn't want to talk to me, that's quite all right. If he changes his mind, he can reach out. I hope he does. Thank you. And I said, I'll try to get him to speak to you. But basically, Billy's holding all the cards. So they're going to have to, like, emancipate him. They can't send him to a group home again. He's not going to go to his aunt and uncle. So they're going to have to, like, if they won't emancipate him to take care of himself, then they will have to appoint a guardian. But, I mean, the mom's not going to get him back. They can't force him to go to aunt and uncle. And they can't force him to go to a group home because he's just going to leave. He's at an age now where if he doesn't willingly do something, the department recognizes that forcing him would cause more harm than good. So that's where we are right now. And if Billy were smart, he would stand his ground. And other children, I hope, who are in his situation are watching Billy so they can also stand their ground, because it's not right that Billy doesn't have autonomy, freedom, and choices over his own happiness. And this does not mean children make decisions alone. That's ridiculous. It means we all collaborate to make decisions together.
Did you talk to Billy about this?
Yes. And I'm back Billy up 100%, whatever Billy wants. Not what I want or what the department wants, or what, it's just what Billy wants.
Were you here for the cleanup last night?
I was going to ask you to come Wednesday. They did me really dirty last week. Did I tell you what they did?
No.
Oh my God, I got to tell you what they did. So they come over, they wake me up and play with me for a little. And I was like, if I come out, I'm going to tickle torture you. So they're like, okay, you could stay. So then I come out anyways. And I'm like, okay. So I start doing my speech with my megaphone. And the cops are like, Daisy, come here. Hey, tell us about that cool thing. Like, you know how to do that. That's so cool. So I'm like talking to the cops. And I thought it was really suspicious how they were talking to me, because they're never that friendly. And I looked, and they were distracting me so they could throw my stuff away. So I skated. I was all the way over there. Skated my ass off. And the cops were yelling, Daisy, we're going to arrest you. Get back here. They wanted to arrest me so they could throw my stuff away. So I skated here. And thank God I'm like right here. So I just throw it over here. I made it so I could go quick. And they gave me 5 minutes to grab everything I could. Within 4 minutes, I packed everything up. I was gone.
Oh shit.
They did me dirty on Wednesday. They broke the bong because I had to move so fast. My bong broke. I looked at them. I was like, the peace pipe. They go, tick-tock. Time's running out. I was like, dang. They're like, 3 minutes is gone. I was like, shoot. I was throwing everything down here. I didn't even close down the canopy. I just went in the middle and like carried it all the way across. Ran back, got the rest. But yeah, I was out in 4 minutes with everything. Yes. And they can give you as much time as they want to move. Like,
It's my birthday. I'm
you know.
43 years old today, and I feel like I 43. Yeah.
Happy birthday. You were born in 1981?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. That's awesome. 81 babies. 81 babies. That's one breath. How in the fuck
My
is
birthday
that
was October
possible?
5th.
What the fuck, you're a Leo? A
Libra.
A Libra?
All of the great visionary leaders are supposed to be Libra,
No
because
wonder.
we love balance.
Yeah.
And we love for things to be loving, and we want everyone to have lavish abundance. That's how Libras are.
Let's go. Hey, well, we're perfect.
And you're a
teammates.
Scorpio. You
Yeah.
sting people with your butt.
We're good teammates together.
I
I
know.
know that for sure.
I know, Kane. We support each other. Kane and I, this is the most we ever talk to each other. Usually we just
Oh yeah.
stand in
By the
silence.
way, you've caught more words, me and her talking, than we've ever talked.
We don't
You know?
talk.
No.
We just
We
hang
really
out.
don't. We just know each other's vibes,
Yeah.
and we just stay in our lanes, and that's where we remain
We
usually.
resonate our nervous systems, and we collaborate through the invisible hive intelligence.
I mean, and
together.
plus, like, look, my guy is a model, right? She's, of course, we don't have to talk about how gorgeous she is. But then, My ugly ass, we just don't fit. So it's just best that we stay apart. Because Beauty and the Beast is only
He
in
is
the
pretty
movies.
dreamy, isn't he?
Who, him?
Cross.
Absolutely.
He's dreamy.
That's a model
dreamy
right
boy.
there. That's a supermodel.
That is one round.
Does he model?
baby. Huh?
Does he model?
No, he should though. I mean, I'm just speaking shit into existence, I think.
He has some professional pictures where he
Oh,
looks
for sure.
really hot.
For sure. For sure. I don't think there's a picture of him that's not.
He's a
How about that?
heartthrob. He wants to be an actor too. He wants to be an actor, musician, and he's trying to get some gigs and stuff. So it's pretty cool. And you know that I like to sing and dance. They go into the bathrooms. Let's go. Hey, Fabian. I want you to meet Goddess Bodhi.
Hi, Fabian.
Hi, Goddess Bodhi.
Yeah.
I was telling Fabian about you earlier,
Yeah.
and I told him that you were my business partner, and that was it.
That was it. She left a lot unsaid.
Yeah, I just told him you were my business partner. Bodhi is one of the people I've been waiting for, and the reason why what I'm doing is going to be so special and impactful is because I haven't forced anything. And I've had other people come to me before. I've had ghostwriters come who wanted me to write my books. I've had people come film me for hours and hours and create YouTube channels and edit the film and just film me speaking and doing goddess draping. And so I've had people who believed in my vision before, but it was never really in alignment. So I had all those people like stop everything they did and start fresh. And that was even before I came to Venice. And I met Bodhi, and we're super in alignment. Like,
Super.
I needed to meet people who were like in the work I was doing. And I use the term yuppie a lot. That means someone who has a bank account and uses money. And then I use the term misfit. That means that you meet your needs not with money, but your bank account's got clout. So you use community, trust in the universe, and interdependent relationships to meet your needs. And Bodhi is part misfit, part yuppie.
Right.
So she's perfect. She's really immersed in the world, really wants to just help for no reason. She just wants to mother
And
nurture,
actually
help.
file the paperwork for a called love to become an organization, so we can create an underdog organization, and that's where our main focus is as of right now.
The nonprofit.
Yeah. And of course, Flow Strokes.
And the nonprofit, Flow Strokes, we're going to be writing some books together. And
We look forward to About Your Life also.
I
to
don't
write a
touch
book.
money. Daisy, the Venice Healer, is a superhero entity who I created in order to have like a consistent spirit who never wavers and always turns everything over to love, God, nature. And Daisy is my gift to the world. So Daisy makes no money. Daisy does not need anything except for her universal needs, which are met through the community, trust in the universe and relationships. The nonprofit is going to basically give Daisy the autonomy, freedom, and resources she needs to do her work. And that's where Bodhi comes in. So we're opening a yoga studio. I don't know if we have the space or not. I guess Bodhi knows.
Yeah, it's just working towards something that would be
We're going to
acceptable.
be opening a yoga studio, a hot studio. We want to have like hot yoga and then cold plunge. So people can do like hot cold therapy. The yoga studio here open. They have a membership where you just pay for sauna and cold plunge. And it's like a couple $100 a month for that. So there's a lot of like business opportunity. The nonprofit's going to pay the people in it, but it's not going to pay me, and the rest of the money is going to go for the beach. And our main goals are biodiversification, which means having a variety of plants and animals and complete ecosystem. Biodiversity, watering holes, composting, free power, and transportation.
Also, for a call to love, we can have an unlimited amount of officers, and all officers can get paid for their work. So anybody around here that is a vulnerable, that needed money in their pocket, we are looking for them. A lot of business owners out here, a lot of people that needed, that can't pay for help. A Call to Love would like to take care of that and send a lot of the vulnerables out into the community to do a lot of good things and be a productive member of society, have cash in their pocket and maybe lighten the burden. And also another idea that we have is we would like somewhere set off from the beach to start a storage locker system so that it also lowered the burden of having a lot of items around and a lot of people's items taken from them. So a lot of those small things that we can incorporate for the community and make things a little bit easier for everybody is what we're looking to do for in the future.
We're gonna also have free classes so that everyone is included, and we'll have live streaming so anyone can watch from wherever they're at. And right now, probably our biggest needs are, the first one is for volunteers.
Skill sets. We're
Skill
looking
set.
for DJs, anybody that has a skill set in videography. We're looking
App
for
development.
App development. A lot of skill sets with DJs, singers, dancers. We want to collab with as many people as possible, as many ways as possible.
And then the second biggest need is to start to actually create the interdependent fellowships that are going to do the items that I was just speaking about. The interdependent fellowships of community members who sign up on an app of A Call to Love to be the first responders, because they have violence that they've worked with and healed in themselves and learned not to be violent. So they show up when people are violent. And the way the app will work is like, if you want to help people with suicide, with violence, with children, with spousal, we'll actually have mediators and healers and people who have the skill set that is
Yes,
needed.
because if
not
nobody can do
enforcers.
it, that's not been through it. You don't have the empathy
Yes.
for it. These people are built
It's been
for it.
proven, like alcoholics used to be considered drunkards and sick for life, cannot help them. And then it was realized that, well, alcoholics have to help each other. And if you have these people judging and blaming and condemning, then of course they're not going to
Then
get
the cycle
healed.
begins again.
They need to have a spiritual awakening by having the experience of not only being received with warm welcome, but unconditional love, unconditional belonging, fellowship, consistency, truth, honesty. The 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous meet a plethora of universal needs, and that is what we need as self-governing fellowships. So app development and volunteers, like this is kind of the stuff we're working on. We're going to put ourselves on Google Maps, ClassPass, MindBody, just so we can get out there. Right now we're already doing healing circles and events, and I'm out here basically performing, being Daisy the Venice Healer every day, and people come find me every day from all over the world, so people know to come here, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually we have already dropped the love atomic bomb. But as I said, it's been a slow progression. Now it's like the ball of snow has reached a size and speed where it's unstoppable. And that's where we're at. All of the city workers are on board and talking about global liberation. Even the police are talking about being allowed to smoke weed and taking their uniforms off and helping people instead of enforcing. So, yeah! Look, they're so shy when you're here.
What about the funding?
You know what the cops told me? We'll talk to you and say hi to you, but not when Fabian's.
You mean the funding for A Call to Love?
Yes.
So mainly funding is what we're going to do. Once we receive tax exemption, then what we can do is as soon as we build our army of vulnerables and we find the ones that have the capacity to do so, every business owner out here is giving their tax money to somebody. And once we show what we can do, we're going to keep impacting, we're going to keep circling, we're going to keep talking to them until eventually they would like to give us their tax money. Then once we get big enough from there, we're going to go to the state and go to the governor and start requesting all the grants and everything. It's just a matter of seeing how well we can do good and how well we can incorporate the vulnerables to be on our team and work as one. And I think once we prove that, the ball's going to just roll and there's no stopping it.
Did you see with Billy how love works? Love. Call to love. A call to love.
Call to love.
A call to love.
Thank you, Fabian.